So today, for my paranormal experience, I'm going to talk about abductions. And I may not be able to even cover it in one video. So, I talked about that first one that I believe happened when I was at the Great Sand Dunes. And the second one that I remember, and I just remembered this not too long ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I remember in that house that I told you about, the townhouse with the poltergeist or whatever the fuck, being lifted out of my bed and going through the roof by a blue light. And stuff like that happened to me like throughout my life. And another experience I had was during my awakening, which was like 2012. I started messing with CE5, and I would sit out in my backyard and I would do a flashlight and I would show them telepathically where I was and stuff like that. And so a lot of weird shit started happening. And I would hear 3 sets of footsteps open up my back door and come in. Like I would hear the footsteps after the door would open, the back door above my head would open, and they would come in, and then I wouldn't remember anything. And I was sleepwalking for the first time in my life. Like, I woke up standing in front of my stove, and it was on, and I was getting ready to put my hand down on it. It was an inch away from the burner. I was losing track of time. I was waking up in different clothes, or my clothes were all messed up, like backwards. And anyway, so I asked them, I said, "What are you guys doing to me? I want to know what the hell is going on." So after that happened, I went out, and I think I might have talked about this before in another video. I went out, and I took one hit of a vape pen, and which was nothing for me at the time. And I walked out of my garage, and there was a massive UFO that was several stories high with multiple different colored lights doing different things all over it. It looked like an Arcturian ship. If you don't know what that looks like, look it up. It's got kind of like antennas on the top of it. But anyhow, it showed me them abducting one of the neighbors into the craft, pulling him through the roof in his pajamas. He was flailing about into the ship, and then it came for me. It was coming right at me. And I ran upstairs and freaked out and woke up my mom and all kinds of shit. It was crazy. And, this has been my life. Like, I've had multiple times where I've had weird dreams where I'm in a classroom and I know that I'm being taught and I'm being observed. There's been memories I have of me walking around a ship and them showing me everything, including an area in which there was children that were part human. A couple of them were mine. And on this massive ship, it kind of reminded me like of Star Trek almost, the way that it looked like on the inside. There was multiple different beings from all over the place. It wasn't just like Greys or Palladians. It was like several. There was Arcturians, there was Palladians, there was Greys, there was the ones that looked kind of Asian, there was all mantis beings. There was all kinds of different kinds of beings on this ship, which made me think, oh, so they're just like all come together and they're like, what, just sitting out here outside of Earth, paying attention to us and taking us in and messing with human hybrids, or what? The stuff that I've seen is insane, and remember, and have gone through. And like, for instance, I've got this bump that happened on the inside of my nose that I think might be something, a way of tracking me ever since I started my awakening. I was getting taken a lot back then, and I've gotten taken over the years. It goes in waves, which is interesting, like the abductions. And there's a reason why I don't talk about this stuff, because 1, people are going to think I'm insane, and 2, there's entities out there that like to disappear people. So, yeah.